Hello everyone, welcome to the 30th and final Mind Your Language Commentaries episode. In this episode, I'll be commenting on 30 Years By, I think. So first, I would like to show you the introduction of Season 4, which is very different from the first 3 seasons. And yeah, this is Ingrid, the same Ingrid from Season 2. This is Giovanni. I'm not sure who is she, but I think her name is Michelle Duma. Okay, this is Ranjit. Remember, he's from Punjab in the series, but apparently the Indian flag is shown, though I couldn't see the central part symbol of the flag. And yes, this is Maria, Max's sister. So she was very similar to what Max is speaking in the first 3 seasons. And I don't know why she enrolled in the school where her brother enrolled. And I'm not sure what happened to her brother Max. And yes, this is Guan. This is Anna. This is Farouk. This is Fu Wong. This is Miss Courtney. Yeah, this is Mr. Brown. This guy is Sid's replacement. His name is Henshaw. So now I'll be showing you episode 4 of My Young Language Season 4, which the episode name is called 50 Years On.
Plenty.
How many pages you write? Only 14. What do you find to say in
14 pages? Wow, that's a very, very long love letter, Michelle.
14?
Can I get you a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
Cup of tea?
No?
You sure there's nothing I can get?
Sure, you can get lost.
Notice how Michelle's behavior is very different from Daniel's. Daniel, of course, played along, while Michelle takes her stand and says no. She doesn't take no for answer, and she's more, how do you say, her personality is more similar to Miss Courtney, where she just doesn't take the bullshit from men, if you know what I mean.
I should be obliged if while you are in this school you would all use the vernacular.
This is the second time Miss Courtney tells Guan. This is the third time Miss Courtney tells Guan to speak English in the school.
I'm not knowing what it is. It simply means that you should all speak in English.
It means so in this case, but if you say the vernacular in other languages, it means you're supposed to speak the main language in this country. I'm not too sure about that, but yes.
Now, I don't want to hear one more foreign word in this class. Do you understand?
Buonasera, signorina.
Good afternoon, Fröken Courtney. Kalispera, Clea Courtney. Bonjour, Little Courtney. Guten Abend, Fräulein Courtney.
This scene is very similar to the one in season 3, episode 8, the finale, where Mr. Brown tells Guan and Giovanni not to speak English, and he doesn't want to hear another foreign word. To when Max, Anna, and Daniel enters the class and greets him in their native tongues, which is very so. This scene is a parallel to that. Notice there are only 4 girls in this class, while there are 5 guys. In the original season 1 and season 3, there are 10 students, and season 2 had a maximum of 12 students. But notice how all the girls are sitting next to each other, separate from the boys. Though in season 1 to 3, the guys and girls sit next to each other sometimes. Though you can still see Giovanni sitting next to Ranjit, and Guan still sitting in his seat in season 3. And Anna is also sitting in a seat from season 2 and season 3. Wait, Guan also sits in the same position in season 2. So yes. And I like how Fu Wong is sitting at Taro's original seat.
Engraved at the moment, and they promised to deliver it here this evening, so as soon as it arrives, let me know, would you, because we want to make a little presentation.
Does she know?
No, of course not. We want it to be a surprise.
A clock won't be a good surprise because Miss Scotty knows she's being sent threatening letters, and she thinks a clock can be, a ticking bomb.
Republic, Octopan, bourgeois, practice, like holiday and Christmas. In China, every day is like any other day, except on May Day. Then we celebrate creation of socialist state.
Save your political lectures for the soapbox, Fu Wong, would you?
Notice how Fu Wong talks the topic that Fu Wong talks about is much like what Suli talks, but the way he expresses it is much like how Taro speaks. That is why Fu Wong is Taro's and Suli's replacement, though he's more of Suli's replacement.
Good.
Shall I collect the books for you?
No, Michelle, for a
Hang on, is Michelle like the class monitor?
The most moving experience of my life by Juan Cervantes para servir.
Yes, get on with it.
Notice how much more fed up he is compared to in season 3, episode 1. Juan did the same, does the same thing, and yet Mr. Brown tells him nicely, yes, get on with it. Here he says, yes, get on with it, with much more frustration and impatience and annoyance.
Juan, I didn't mean that kind of moving experience.
Technically, it's Mr. Brown's fault because a moving experience can be up to various interpretations. Much like one will be saying, my family and I moved to Madrid from Seville. And Mr. Brown should have mentioned, I want to write an essay on your most moving experience in terms emotionally speaking, in emotional sense. But he didn't specify it. So that's all Mr. Brown's for not specifying to his students.
Yes.
Oh, blimey, I cannot be doing that.
Why on earth not?
Because I am not writing one.
Notice how his delivery of "Oh Blimey" was so butchered. Ali Nadim will be so disappointed, and I think Dino Shafiq will not be happy to see this if he got to see this.
For you, it is beautifully engraved on the bottom.
Is that Miss Courtney's bottom or the clock's bottom?
Very amusing, Giovanni.
Is it ticking-tocking now?
Yes, it's set at the correct time, and once it's wound up, it goes for a full 8 days.
Well, Giovanni is still like a class clown, and Renji is still asking his usual questions.
Sorry, wrong number.
And one mentions his newest catchphrase, "Sorry, wrong number," from season 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Courtney. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
First off, this is the second scene where we see characters celebrating a certain character's birthday. And second, this is the second hooray hip we have here. Is it the hooray? Let me check again. Yeah, hooray hip hip. Originally it was by Max, but Giovanni continues this and said hooray hip hip, which is pretty funny if you ask me.
You could give her the clock.
I give you a clock.
That's enough. Losing our tempers will not solve anything.
If I don't get the coat, I will get the bag.
She should definitely be told the truth.
Anyway, this is the first argument Ingrid and Giovanni gets into. Remember how Giovanni tells Max he fancies her? I don't think she's fancying him back. And yes, there might be more arguments like this in this season we are not aware of because, like I said before, almost every episode was burnt in the studio fire. So we do not know episode 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're all gone forever. Unless someone can recover it. Until then, I do not have any more content I can really show to the fans will not have any more content to actually savor.
Necessary, I will tell her before school ends, even if it means tying her to her chair.
It's a good idea. You put on a mask and strip the jacket.
We will do no such thing.
That's so unhinged, Mr. Brock and Juan.
Sit down if you don't. As fat as a
Elephant.
as fat as a pig.
No. Elephant much fatter than a pig.
Don't argue.
He's right, you know.
Ingrid,
Yeah?
as blind as...
A man with no eyes?
Sully would have answered that correctly back in season 1, episode 3.
Maybe. Maria,
No.
as pretty as...
Our English teacher?
Thank you for the compliment, but the correct answer should be as pretty as a picture.
Okay.
I felt like Maria is the replacement for Daniel, though if you talk about nationality, Michelle is the replacement for Daniel, though if you talk about personality, Maria's is the personality replacement of Daniel.
Thank you. I could kiss you.
Yeah, but that won't be necessary. Come.
Wasn't she trying to kiss him since season 2?
And in the second place, it's the wrong school.
How did the guy send letters to the wrong school? That guy is so messed up.
Hey, I put clock in Miss Courtney's office.
And put that on the desk at the same time.
It's all right.
That's not a good idea because Miss Courtney will get the idea. This might be a bomb. Henshaw is not going to be very happy.
Thank you very much.
That was sarcasm. Remember Harry Littlewood? This is the same actor who plays the convenience grocery store attendant in season 1, episode 5. He also plays the zoo attendant in season 3, episode 5. And now he's replacing Sid as a new caretaker. And you see Sue Bond as Rita. She replaces Gladys. Oh wow. The guy who plays Reggie is also a producer. Nice. And this is, if you notice, this is the company that makes season 4. Now, the company that produces season 1 to 3 is not the same as the one produced in season 4 by this guy, Shoutout Patel. Or 3 Films Limited. That was a very action-packed ending. Well, thank you for watching my final Mayan language commentaries. Thank you all for being my fans, and I will leave a huge announcement on my community channel, and probably make an announcement video on that as well. Thank you all for being my fans. I thank you from my bottom of my heart. I sincerely thank you, and I see you all in real soon. Bye bye.